middle of Mother's Day and Father's Day, I wanted to share with you books about families. I think it's important for your students to know that families come in all different shapes and sizes, and the way that those families was formed is different for everybody. Not every family has one mother and one father. And I think as these holidays come up, that can be a little unsettling for students, especially if their family is different than the ones in the classroom. So I think that by sharing picture books that represent families of all different shapes and sizes, we work to include all students and make sure that their lives are reflected in the stories that we read as well. But if you're new here, my name is Sarah and I'm the face behind the Colorful Apple, and every Sunday night I show up on this channel with read aloud tips and book ideas that you can take back into your classroom right away. If that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button down below, and you won't miss a video. Now, let's jump into those books all about families. This first book I have is called Me and Mama, and it's about a young girl spending the day with just her mom. And it's a nice look into that bond between a mother and a daughter, and those precious moments that they shared together. During this day, their differences are accepted by each other. They spend time in nature, and they spend time showing each other how much they mean to each other and how much they love each other. A special book about a mother and a daughter. The next book that I have is called Stella Brings the Family. And in this story, I really love Stella and her ingenuity. Stella has two dads, and they love her and they take care of her, and she has a wonderful family. But at school, they're having a Mother's Day celebration, and she feels a little uneasy. She doesn't know what to do about that. Because even though she has this amazing, caring, loving family, she doesn't have a mother to bring to this Mother's Day celebration. So Stella comes up with a unique solution, and she brings all the people who are special to her in her life, all the people that help take care of her. And I think it overwhelms her teacher just a little bit, but this is a great story that shows that not all students have a mother, and that it can be difficult when that Mother's Day celebration comes around, and that we should celebrate all of the people that love and take care of a child, no matter who they are. Another great read aloud to share with your class. This next book I think I've shared on this channel before. This one is called 10 Beautiful Things. In this story, Lily is moving in with Graham, and it doesn't really tell us the background of the story or why she's not living with her parents anymore, but Lily is upset. She's sad, and her Graham is trying to cheer her up and help her look forward to things. And so on their long drive, she asked Lily to point out 10 beautiful things along the way, things that are amazing in nature that that they are grateful for. And on the last page, the 10th thing that they are thankful for, the 10th beautiful thing, is their love for each other and that they get to spend time together. This is another book that shares that not all children live with a mother and a father, that there are different ways that families are formed, that they might live with grandparents or just a grandmother, and we don't know the reason behind that, but that our students should be reflected in the books that we read. So a slightly sad story, but one that I think your students will appreciate. The next one that I have about families is Tell Me Again About the Night That I Was Born. And this is a book about a child who was adopted and how she loves to hear the story about the night that she was adopted by her parents, and how her parents got the call that she was born and that they flew on a plane to the hospital. And even though they were not the parents that had her, their love for her is still the same, even more so. And how they've created a family together and how they love each other. That they pass things on from her grandparents, that they cry happy tears when they see each other. And it's a wonderful story, again, that shows how families are created in different ways, but that doesn't mean that they don't love each other just as much, if not more, as what we consider a typical family. The next book I have is called Mama and Mommy and Me in the Middle. And in this story, Mommy has gone away for the week. She's traveling for work. The young girl in the story is really sad that she's gone, and her mama tries to cheer her up as they do different things throughout the week. And And then when mommy finally comes home, normally you would think the child would rush to her and give her a hug, but she's hesitant. She's sad that her mommy has missed out on all of these things from the week, and that just by coming home and giving her a hug will make up for the time that she's away. And I think it's important for students to see that parents are not always home all the time, that their jobs may take them elsewhere, and that maybe there are two moms in their family. And again, just because they don't have a typical family or because their family is not always there, doesn't mean that their love for each other is not there, that they all love each other in different ways. And in the end, she is happy to have her mommy home. It just takes a little bit of adjusting. Another great read aloud for your classroom that represents different types of families. This next one is a tearjerker for sure. This one is called The Boy and the Gorilla, and it deals with the death of a parent. In this story, we learn that the boy's mom has passed away, and this gorilla has come to almost keep him company and remind him that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to miss the person who has died. It's okay to want alone time, and it's okay to want to talk about the person who has died. This is a book that will be powerfully reassuring to those students who have lost a parent or any other loved one, that it's okay for them to feel the feelings that they have and for those feelings to change. It's a soft, quiet book, but again, it's reassuring for those students who have gone through this situation, and will help students build empathy if they have not been through this situation, to understand how another child might be feeling. And this last book is called Daddy Speaks Love, and it's about how dads are awesome, and that there are different ways that they show us that they love us. They answer our questions, that they go on adventures with us, that they teach us, that they comfort us, and that they take on so many different roles to help us grow. The lyrical text and watercolor illustrations really bring this story to life, as students learn that their fathers help them find their voice, help them learn when they make mistakes, and help them to be the best that they can be. So I hope this list of books about different types of families is helpful for you, and that you'll be able to share some of them in your classroom to create both windows and mirrors for your students, allowing them to see themselves and their families reflected in the pages of a book, and to also understand what other families look like outside of their own. And make sure you stay tuned for next week, because I'll have another video with read aloud tips or book ideas that you can share in your classroom right away. Have a great week.